was, well, I decided to do a storytime video because what better to test this new microphone like my voice, and I can do some tapping, la 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 la, and it will be nice. I have a dictionary here which makes some cool sounds like page turning. So yeah, it will be a nice video. I think you'll appreciate it. It'll be much better than other videos. I don't know if I have to look for the lens or for myself. I just like to look at both because I'm just so thrilled that I have a good camera right here. I actually have to be, I don't know how long this video will be, but yeah. So I'll tell you a story time, and that story time will be how did I come to England to study here. Well, it was a good investment and it was a good opportunity that I took because, as you can see, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be recording videos with such quality. And it's amazing because you can articulate every word and it looks very fancy. Okay, I'll just stop. But yeah, I'll start with this story time just right after I drink a little bit of my coffee again. Scrumptious. So yeah, how did that happen? Well, it all started in the beginning of 2019, kind of, but the majority of the story started in the beginning of this year. In this case, maybe beginning of 2019. Well, why? I finished high school, which in Portugal is called, the country I came from, which in Portugal is called secondary school, and I finished in July of 2018. I did a music course, and I really like the course. I really like music. I still love music to this day. So yeah, and so I finished the course, and I thought to myself, okay, now I'm going to enter a music university because that's what everyone does and that's what I like, music, so I'll just do that. But guess what? I applied for it, I entered 2 universities, but I didn't want to go to music. So I just, okay, I'm going to take a year for myself and I'm going to concentrate on my studies so I can enter the university that I wanted to. Yeah, because that is important part of the story, of course, where I wanted to enter a specific university and I did not. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to study more piano and I'm going to enter the university that I want. So yeah, in the first month, because then school, just like normal school, started in September, or the summer vacation ended in September. So I just started playing the piano again, studying, but then I realized, okay, I don't want to study anymore, or I don't want to have these rigid programs where I have to study every day. So I just, okay, I'm going to take a year for myself. I'm going to find what I like to do, what I want to do for university, and it doesn't need to have anything to do with music. So I just went there, and because I was taking a year without studying, I just started working. And I started working at a call center, a telecommunications call center. It was an amazing experience for everyone that is looking for a first work. I would recommend a call center. There are people who like it, there are people who don't like it, but I had a great time over there. Of course, there is a stress of clients and rejecting and so on, so on, and so forth. But that's everything. You'll learn with the rejection. So yeah, I worked at a call center, and at the time I met a guy that I worked with, and he talked to me about this thing, this organization, which was called OK Student. Well, that's in Portuguese. If I want to translate it, it will be like OK Student. So this organization was specialized in putting students studying in the UK. So it will do all the paperwork, everything, so on. I had to pay for it, and it was like quite expensive, but it was a good investment. So he talked to me about it, and I was like, okay. Like at first, I was like, just like, okay, just one of those. Yeah, I'll see it someday or something like that, because I was earning big bucks. I was focusing only on that. But yeah, eventually in January of 2019, I went to like a meeting, this kind of meeting with OK students, and they talked to me about the system, how it worked. They would refund me if I didn't enter any university, or if I didn't get my if I didn't get any finances for my students, for my university, because you have to pay for university here in England. At least I had to. It was quite expensive, and I couldn't pay that all by myself. So there is this system where like the British government will pay for you. So yeah, I got everything sorted out, and I just started looking more into it. And I saw some universities that I wanted to search, and again, this was in January of 2019, and for like 3 months I was just searching on my own for universities. I didn't buy anything or made any contracts with OK Student or OK Student, because I wanted to do things all by myself, because I could get the finance still all by myself. OK Student just made it easier. So I tried to do everything by myself, and I was actually kind of making it, but then there was some steps that I couldn't, or I didn't know how to do it. So I eventually, like in March, I just hired them, and I was like, okay, I'm earning money, so I don't care. I hired them, and then there were loads of things that I still had to do. Firstly, I had to pick a university, and I looked into tons and tons and tons of university, because there are millions of universities here in the United Kingdom, and it's not just England. It's England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Ireland, and Scotland. So you have all of those countries that you can choose from. So yeah, I eventually just picked a university that I found that was very high ranked in my course, and as well as like general in the United Kingdom. I think it's like top 10 of journalism, because that's my course. Top 10 in journalism, and like top 25 in general. And it's not even the best university at my city, but it's a great university, which is Sheffield Hallam University, and big thanks for them, because they lent me this equipment, even though it was not for to shoot YouTube videos, but I mean, since I'm on it. But yeah, I went to Sheffield. I chose Sheffield Hallam University, and I made actually my first option was Sheffield University. It's a bigger one, and some people might say that it is better. Nowadays, I know I said it wasn't even the best in my city, because theoretically and statistically it's not, but it's not that close from being the best. And like there are many things who can define a university by being best or not, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So I went to this university. I applied for these universities, and I didn't enter the first option because of like IELTS, like the English test, which sucked because I had to pay so much money for it, like to do it, and then I like failed. I didn't fail, but I just didn't get like the grades that I wanted to, or that I needed. So I entered Sheffield Hallam University, and after entering the university, after hiring OK Student, after doing all of those things, there were still many things to do. After all of this, the first problem that I encountered was accommodation, because I didn't want to stay at a student accommodation, because you pay so much money for those things. I was just like, no, I'll find a house by myself, and I did. I spent 4 months finding houses since March, May, June, July. Yeah, 5 months more or less, like searching for houses intensely. And yeah, I did find some houses that I liked, but I'll get to the accommodation part because that's funny. And then I had to find a job, and then I had to fill like all of these documents, but everything sorted. Then in July, in the 1st of July or 2nd of July, something like that. Yeah, there was this big event in Lisbon, the capital of my country, sorry, where everyone that was going to the United Kingdom that hired OK Student, which were like more than 2,000 students. This year, everyone would meet, and then we'd like meet each other, knew like which people would go to my university or to my city. So yeah, I met like loads of people, I made new friends, which were crucial, and that is the part of like hiring OK Student, because you're going to meet people that will be your like friends from university, like the first friends at least. That's where I met like my housemate, and if it wasn't for her and if it wasn't for my friends now here, like I would be totally screwed up. Not because I would be alone, because I think I can handle pretty well with that, but because it's way easier to be with people that talk your language, even though it's English and I can understand English perfectly, but it's way easier to be with people that like know like how to do things the Portuguese way, because people here don't know how to do things the Portuguese way because they're not from Portugal, of course. So yeah, everything happened. The summer passed by, and then in September, the 1st of September, I came here to start choosing and seeing some houses, because that was the main focus point. And I came here 1 week, from the 1st of September to the 8th of September, with my mom, and my housemate and her father were here as well. So we went and we saw many houses. It was the first time that I stayed here in Sheffield. I had come to England in January, because I wanted to make things all by myself, as I said. So I came here, I talked with guys at the university, but it was at Coventry, it wasn't at Sheffield, because I thought that I wanted to go to Coventry, but I didn't at the end. So I knew more or less how things worked here in England, but like at least buses and so on. But yeah, I had to come to Sheffield with my mom to see houses, to see the city, to get some things sorted. And like on the first, not the first, but on the second day that we were here, we all meet up. Me, my housemate, which is Rita, her father and my mom. So we all meet up, and then we went to see some houses, and we saw some filthy stuff. We really saw some bad things. They were cheap, but there were some bad things. Like there was like this Chinese guy's house, which was like the ground was sticky. It smelled like duck, and he had like this kind of fortress mounted in the middle of his room. Oh, it was so weird. Imagine you, like, as like my mom, I can't imagine how much scared she would be, because like that was a possibility for us to stay there if we didn't like find anything else. That house was available, so that might have been like our house, but thank God it wasn't. And thank God I'm in this house right now, because Jesus Christ, that was some really bad house. And like even for me, like I knew as a student that I would probably not be in my comfort zone for like a lot, because I'm not in home, and because like people have like this thing that say that students are pigs and they don't clean anything, but we are actually very clean in this house, because there's only 2 of us, which is very nice. But yeah, we saw loads of houses, and then we saw this one, which was like a miracle, because we were just driving on the street, and we saw this ad of student accommodation. And at first I was like, okay, no, because that's a student accommodation. And then my mom was like, no, let's just see it. And then we did. We called them, and we asked them, can we, like, do you have any houses available? And they were like, yes, I have 1 room in a church. And we're like, a room in a church? Okay, that's weird. But we went there and saw it anyways. And then, like, we met with my current landlord, and she actually told us, like, yeah, there's these guys that are moving on the 6th of September, so like if you want to come to their houses, you can go. And I was like, okay, that's perfect. So yeah, then on the 6th of September we came here to this house. We saw it. It was amazing, because it has my room is pretty big, like it's even bigger than my room in Portugal, so that's amazing. it's not that expensive. Rita has her own room, like in the attic, which is amazing. The big room as well. We have our own kitchen, so on, so on. We have a living room as well. It's a big house, like it has 3 floors, which is amazing. So yeah, we saw this house and like we were like, okay, fantastic, we'll take it. So we did. After like seeing many houses, this was like a big relief. It was way over our budget, but it was a big relief actually, because we were actually hoping that we didn't find any houses. So yeah, that was quite good. So yeah, then Rita moved in here. I moved in a couple weeks later because I had to come back to Portugal. And yeah, now here we are almost 1 month in. I came here. Rita is more than 1 month here. I came here in the 21st, but yeah, it has been quite a good times right now. Okay, now it is showing her room. Rita, anda cá. Rita. Rita. Caralho. Caralho. Foda-se. Caralho. Yeah. Rita. Moca. Onde? Move. So yeah, that's where we are right now in this house. It has beautiful surroundings. It has a big church right here, which is not a church, active church anymore. It's like a student accommodation, because they do that a lot here. Like they turn student accommodation into but sorry, I switched them around. They turn churches into student accommodations, and it's actually very cool. I really like the room in the church that my landlord first showed us. And I mean, so far life in England is being pretty well. We spend like a lot of money by here, but it's a very nice city here in Sheffield, very cheap actually. So we are liking it a lot, and it's near a park. Like our house is near a park. It's so beautiful, this park. So yeah, it's so nice that we are here, and so nice that I can record videos with better quality. As for the university, is Rita. Olha este setup. Entra. Olha este setup. Podes entrar, filha.
Youtuber?
Sim, vou virar youtuber. Mano, isto é bué.
Como é que está esse enquadramento?
Tá bom, não está mal. Olha. Está um bocadinho torto agora, mas...
Tá. Olha!
O que é?
E tu reclamavas de eu ter posto a câmera torta no parque?
Ok, não está torta.
Just like to the side.
Mas não está torta, está tipo direitinho, é?
Estás a gravar a beber café. I'm fancy, bitches. Eles vêm a que horas?
Sei lá. Olha para este suporte.
I've got no more questions.
I've got no more questions.
Já gravaste com o Nick Arcades?
No. Like, it was the only pillow that was there. And it was like all red. So I couldn't see what was it. So I just turned this and I saw the eyes and mouth of Nicolas Cage. And I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And I just laughed so hard because, man, imagine you just found a freaking Nicolas Cage pillow on your bed one day. It's like, what more can you ask for life? Like, Jesus Christ, that's so amazing. But yeah, that's our story right now of moving to England and starting here. You might think like, Well, I hope you like it. I know I didn't make a lot of sounds with this, but I hope my voice was enough for this video. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Maybe I can get this camera again. We don't know. Maybe I'll be back to shitty quality video. We don't know. My life is a question mark, as you say in Portuguese.